Hi, this is Nancy Ellen with the Crafty Yarn Barn. Today I'm going to show you how to make the extended single crochet stitch. The only basic difference there is between single crochet and extended single crochet is before you complete the single crochet stitch, you do a small chain stitch, then you complete your single crochet. And what that does is elevate that stitch up and make that post a little bit taller before you complete the single crochet. It'll make more sense in just a moment. But let's compare to this height of the stitch to a single crochet swatch that I've made. This is a single crochet swatch, and this is your extended single crochet swatch. And you can see the difference between the height. Both are made with 12 foundation chains and 5 rows. The single crochet swatch measures 1.5 inches tall, whereas the extended single crochet swatch measures 2 inches tall. So that small chain extension of that post before you complete your single crochet gives that stitch just a little bit more height. And what it also does is gives more flexibility and improves the drape of your project, meaning there's more movement, the stitches aren't as tight, it's more comfortable whenever you use this stitch, particularly for clothing such as shawls, jackets, hats, and socks even. Whereas just the single crochet stitch, the stitches are much more tighter. There's not as much flexibility and movement allowed. It's not as comfortable for the wearer. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make the extended single crochet stitch. We need to make our slip knot to put our yarn onto our hook. And today I'm just going to make a small swatch to demonstrate for you. But if you wanted to make a project, you make your chain as long as you want the width of your project to be. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and chain 12. For the first stitch of our first row, we're going to put our hook into the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, we'll put our into that chain, the foundation chain. We're going to yarn over and pull that yarn through that foundation chain. That leaves 2 pieces of yarn on your hook. You're going to yarn over. You're going to pull that yarn through that first loop on your chain only, and it's going to leave 2 loops on your hook. That's a chain that you made. That's your extension. Now you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull it through both loops on your hook. That's your single crochet. I use row markers always, and I'm going to mark the top 2 pieces of yarn of that stitch. When you come back on the other row, on the way back, for row 2, that's where you'll end your last stitch on row 2. So let's go ahead and make our second stitch of our first row. We're going to put our hook into the next foundation chain, and we're going to yarn over, pull the yarn through that foundation chain, and that leaves 2 loops of yarn on your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull that yarn through the first loop on your hook, then you're going to yarn over again and pull them through both loops on your hook. That's your second stitch. Now go into the next chain, and we'll do it again. You're going to yarn over, pull the yarn through the foundation chain, leaving 2 loops of yarn on your hook. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the first loop, leaving 2 loops of yarn on your hook. That stitch you just made was your chain. That was your extension. Now you're going to make your single crochet. So yarn over and pull it through both loops of yarn that are on your hook. That's your stitch. Simple as that. And I'm going to go real slow through the foundation chain. You're going to yarn over, pull it through. There's 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull it through the first loop. Then you're going to yarn over and pull it through both loops on your hook. And you're going to do that all the way down to the very last chain on your foundation, and I'll show you how to complete the turning chain. Okay, now I'm at the end of my foundation chain, completing my last stitch on that first row. Now to make your turn, all you do is you chain 1, you turn your work, and right there, that last stitch that you made right before you did your chain, that's where you're going to put your hook to start row 2. So you're going to put your hook right into that last extended single crochet stitch that you made, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through the first loop, that's your chain, yarn over and pull it through the both loops on your hook, that's your single crochet. And you're going to do that all the way down, row 2. And you're going to turn your work the exact same way you just did for row 1. Once you crochet into that last stitch on row 1, you'll chain 1, you'll turn your work, and you'll start back the other way and continue on. Thank you for tuning in to the Crafty Yarn Barn. You have a wonderful, blessed day. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. You can check me out on Facebook, Pinterest, or Instagram. Have a great day. See you next week.